Hey everybody, and welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hi! I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today, we are starting our MWM Christmas series by watching the film We're No Angels. Now, before we jump into it, I'd like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. And if you're interested in exclusive MWM content, then please check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. If you're not quite interested in becoming a patron, however, you still want to support the channel, why not consider buying a movie ticket? Currently, movie ticket donations are being used not only to support the channel, but also our new editor, Zach. So if you are willing to donate, then please head on over to www.buymeacoffee.com/Mia Tiffany. And that link is down in the description box. And speaking of our new editor, Zach, I always just love to give him a little shout out and a lot of thanks. He's been so helpful in getting all of these videos out to you in a timely manner. So I have linked his YouTube channel, Zank Films, as well as his social media down in the description. So please, if you get a chance, show him some love, show him some thanks, and thank you so much, Zach. We're No Angels was released in 1955, directed by Michael Curtiz, and thank you to those of you who corrected me when we watched Casablanca. It is Curtiz, not Curtis. Thank you. Starring Humphrey Bogart, Aldo Ray, and Peter Ustinov, with other notable performances by Joan Bennett, Basil Rathbone, Leo G. Carroll, John Baer, Gloria Talbot, Leah Penman, and John Smith. All right, everyone, at this point, we're going to head into our historical background. For those of you who want to jump right on to the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. Director Michael Curtiz and Humphrey Bogart had successfully collaborated in films such as Angels with Dirty Faces, Casablanca, and Passage to Marseille. So it only made sense for the two to dream up a fourth successful collaboration in the form of a lighthearted Christmas comedy. Now, both decided to create a film based on the Broadway play titled My Three Angels, written by Samuel and Bella Spewick, which was actually based on a French play titled La Cuisine des Songes by Albert Huisson. Once the concept was decided, the screenplay was written by Randall McDougall. Peter Ustinov, who had just completed My Egyptian and was very eager to work with Curtiz again, and Aldo Ray would eventually join the cast. This was a chance for both Curtiz and Bogey to do something different, something they've never done before. And the film was actually met with mixed reviews. Some critics were underwhelmed, others were really impressed. All right, everyone, now on to some interesting facts. So during production, Peter Ustinov and Humphrey Bogart actually became really good friends, though Ustinov wasn't quite impressed with Bogey's childish pranks on other cast and crew members. In one instance, Bogey played a prank on Michael Curtiz by taking actual dog poop and putting it into his trailer. In another instance, Bogey would take a raw liver and put it in the shoe of another crew member, which I wouldn't really call a prank, but you know, I guess to each their own. Despite the shenanigans on set, many of the cast members had a blast playing roles that they had not normally played before. Actress Joan Bennett even had a chance to take part in this film after 3 years of being blacklisted due to her husband, Walter Wanger, shooting her lover, Jennings Lang, in a jealous rage. Now, once the initial shock of the incident died down, a lot of people actually blamed Bennett, saying that she was the main aggressor of the situation and basically shunned her from society. It was actually Bogey, who was a good friend of hers, that helped her get a role in this film. Finally, We're No Angels was remade by director Neil Jordan in 1989, starring Robert De Niro, Sean Penn, and Demi Moore. With that being said, this is my first time watching We're No Angels, and I'm so excited to get into it. But before we do, y'all know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get in to We're No Angels. Very nice nice, sweet little French song. And a bit of like a hat toss or a hat nod to the original French play. Ma France bien-aimée. Oh, look at all the colors! Oh, I love it! So many beautiful colors.
I am to wait here in case the guards wish to search along the shore. 3 convicts escaped last night.
Yeah, they tried to kill a guard.
Right. I must be losing my strength.
It's the prison food. Don't worry, you'll be yourself again pretty soon.
I feel like Michael Curtiz really loves capturing like a large group of people, you know, like in the beginnings of his movies, and I'm only going off of Casablanca, he always has like a large group of people that he's, you know, shooting, which I think is funny.
And get that snake away from me.
You make him nervous, Jules.
I make him nervous. I'm hungry too, you know.
Go steal something.
I already love the natural feel of their chemistry on screen already. It feels like it's a very natural, sort of friendly chemistry, and I really like that. Oh, the puppies. Oh, and it just starts raining randomly? Okay. I mean, they are on an island. That makes sense. I guess it makes sense.
They didn't come after us.
They lose the scent when it rains. All we need now is a chance to get out of that ship in the harbor, and then it's back to Paris.
I already love this feel. It already has that comedic feel. And it's already crazy to see Humphrey Bogart in something like this already. Totally different than anything I've seen him in so far.
You off that ship in the harbor?
Illness aboard ship. We have to be quarantined.
That'll give time for any new passengers to board the ship.
You're a kind of official?
I'm a kind of a convict.
I'm a kind of a convict. Wow. Just right out with it.
I'm a crook. These are murderers.
I'd better get on with my business. Rain stopped. Board of Health.
That way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm out. Murderers is wild.
No money in it.
Wait a minute. Why don't we deliver the Duke Hotel ourselves? He may give us a little something for our troubles.
Oh my god, his voice is beautiful. He's like, there's an idea.
Letter for you. Oh, thank you. The roof, it leaks. These men are looking for work. We will repair it. Clean up the store a little. I can't pay you. Oh, just being in your beautiful store among all these beautiful things. Payment enough.
He's like, that's payment enough for us, pal. Better than a jail. They're just trying to stay out of, you know, the police's view, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, and get on a boat back to Paris.
Here's our ship. Tomorrow she'll have 3 more passengers. Orderly's not a hobby with me. It's an art. Everything we need is right down there. As soon as it gets dark, we'll help ourselves.
Looking at Peter Ustinov's face, I'm thinking to myself, what murder did he commit? Like, killing a fly? Like, he's the sweetest looking man I've ever seen.
Aren't you going to finish the year-end statement?
I've used up all the reading.
Andre Trochard only believes in up.
He'll just have to understand that the first year's business is always a matter of ups and downs.
So that's Basil Rathbone then. Okay, so this is my first movie with Basil Rathbone. Don't know if it's a good introduction to him, but an introduction nonetheless.
That is an extremely handsome woman. Extremely. I believe I'm going to think about her before I go to sleep tonight.
If anybody thinks about her, it's going to be me.
I really love that this movie has the feel of sort of like a musical with the Technicolor. Obviously, this is, you know, mid-50s, so musicals were like in heat at this point. I don't know if that's the correct thing to say. They were very popular at this point. So you really get like a musical feel, so it really adds to that sort of comedic feel to it. I feel like if it was in black and white, it wouldn't have been as comedic as it's giving off right now. So I really like that they decided to do it in Technicolor.
I noticed the workmen on your roof. Convicts, I see. Very convenient and so cheap. Murderers are best, I think. They're so polite.
I love how open they are about being convicts too. Like, they're not hiding it. Maybe it's their, you know, wardrobe that's also giving them off, but still, it's a very open thing that's happening.
Remember me to your charming daughter, Isabel. What a pity she isn't married yet. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I have a feeling that she is a gossiper. Loves to hear the latest.
Did you hear what she said about Isabel?
Emily, don't let us look for more trouble.
She's in love with Paul. Every page of her diary. How much she loves him.
You read her private thoughts?
Why do you think I gave her the diary?
To read it. Oh my god. Now I'm assuming that this must be Isabel, their daughter. She looks so young. I guess she is 18. But the mom looks young too, like they could be sisters.
Oh dear, there's mud on the skirt.
I'm sorry, I should have watched where I was going, but I was thinking.
Do you often think of Paris, darling?
All the way home it was in my heart to go back there again, to be there.
So she wants to go to Paris, so I feel like now maybe she has a sort of link to the convicts' escape because they all want to go to Paris. I don't know.
It's Paul. I'm in love with him.
Are you really?
Remember how I cried when we had to leave France, remember?
The one she loves. She's like, honestly.
He's never written you not one letter.
He felt it would be best that way, to wait a year and then see if we still felt the same.
I don't know. Paul sounds like a red flag to me. No communication because he doesn't want any communication. I don't know, honey. I would rethink that going to Paris for him.
Amelie,
What is it?
he's here. Himself, here in Cayenne. Cousin Andre. He's here on the steamship in the harbor, in quarantine. Paul is with him.
Paul.
He's with Paul. Oh my.
He says he wants to spend Christmas with us, going over the books.
Does not sound pleasant. Feels like trouble's coming.
Paul is here in Cayenne.
Paul? I can't believe he's here. You're sure?
They're going to stay with us. I better change and get ready for them.
I do love that the mother and the daughter are wearing similar green shades. I think that's really sweet. Romance. They're all happy for her. Like almost like three little angels looking down on her. What happened? Oh, she fainted. What news did she receive that made her faint? So dramatically, too. Like, what do we do?
Funny kind of a letter. Everything is going great, and suddenly the sky falls in. Paul is my sole heir, and I have arranged a marriage with the daughter of Odibert. I need ships in my business.
Oh, no. Oh, I love them already together. I love them so much. They work so well with each other. Their chemistry. I know I said that, but I'm just reiterating.
Go get some water.
Water. Where's the water?
Who are you?
Here it is.
They're drinking it and not giving it to Oh, my.
Isabel, what have you done?
Nothing.
Nothing. She fainted. It was her. Oh. She's like, you're not Paul. And that's freaking so annoying.
Would you take her to her bedroom?
Sure.
She must really be transfixed with Paul. But Paul's not really into her, right? Because remember, he didn't want interaction with her.
How'd he get into trouble?
Running after a girl. Unfortunately, he caught her.
Oh,
that's all right. Jules is there, too. All he ever did was kill his wife.
Oh,
The neckline of her dress, I am fangirling. It's beautiful.
good heavens, a customer.
Look at this beautiful silver comb and brush set. It was made for you. This is the last one we have.
But what'll I do with it?
Exercise.
Exercise, because of this, I get it. He's trying to freaking peddle him a comb.
I'll get you change.
Come on, there's nobody in the store now.
Let's take inventory.
Got something nice for me.
Is he doing the books? He's doing the books. Well, I guess he's good with money. They said that he had handled 9 million francs, so... What on earth happened here?
Yeah, let's put her away.
Oh, spare it. Take my money,
my
take
God.
everything I have, but spare my wife.
I was like, oh, this is not... It's just a mannequin.
You need glasses.
The last time I saw you men, you were on the roof. What are you doing with my accounts?
I got 10 years for a better set of books than these.
Convicts working on my books, others doing other things.
When you hear what's been going on, you'll want to thank these gentlemen. Isabel read the letter.
I want to meet this illustrious Paul. Let's see what's the fuss about?
These people got enough trouble without us. Maybe we ought to give up the idea of robbing them and clear out. I still think we ought to escape, but taking advantage of them, no.
We're going up on the roof and wait till dark.
To see Humphrey do this sort of comedic role, I think is such a testament to his skill as an actor. He can go from, the sort of suave hero to like in the Caine Mutiny when he's sort of like, his mind is sort of going to the African Queen when he's this sort of like campy sailor, So I really appreciate that he has so much range in his acting ability and that we get to see so much of it before, unfortunately, his death in, I think, 57. But yeah, it's amazing to be able to see him do this comedy. I think it's really great.
One moment. My wife has told me how helpful you were. This is Christmas Eve, if you have nothing else to do.
Are you asking us to stay for Christmas dinner? No matter what else we have to do, we accept.
I also like how this movie is really being played out as though it's play. Like, we're really in this one shop for the majority of this act. And it also kind of does speak a little bit to the time period, like the 50s, with the musicals. And they were really experimenting with putting, like, theater productions into film a lot more. And you really see that in this particular film. It's definitely playing out like a play, which it works for the themes.
You guys get everything ready. I'll go buy a turkey.
Did you say buy?
In honor of the season. First, I have to steal the money.
They're getting everything ready for Christmas. It's kind of sweet in their own weird way. I feel like Aldo Ray looks like he would like win in a street fight, but he's so sweet in this film. I really love it. Like the intro and outro, it's like they're doing things that they're not usually used to doing in films, I've never seen Aldo Ray, but I can just imagine.
Need any help? You're going someplace? Why run away? Because you're mad at Paul? Why would Paul come here unless it was to see you again?
Isn't very likely, is it?
A man doesn't travel 4,000 miles just to prove he's a louse. The least you can do is wait for Paul's side of the story.
He's very wise with women, which makes, you know, I get the thing there. I think it's funny.
Now put a pretty smile on your face and don't hurt the people you love.
I love that he's giving her advice. I think that's so funny. I think it's perfect. And maybe this is also challenging what people thought criminals were in the day, similar to what I was talking about a little bit in my previous video about like serial killers. Maybe this was sort of challenging their thoughts of what criminals looked like and how they acted. There's a lot of new ideas and thoughts coming out in the 50s, and you really see that in their cinema.
I've never been so happy in my life.
She's just like falling in love. She falls in love so quickly. You can tell she's like very naive.
How did a man like you get here?
It was easy. I had an air factory. We sold bottled air. We had 3 kinds: sea air, mountain air, and all-purpose air just for breathing.
It makes so much sense that he can just sell people things, you know?
If you could do it all over again.
I'd do exactly the same. To me, the only mistake I ever made was getting caught.
Yep. I could see, obviously this is a comedy, so I feel like it's going to have a very like lighthearted comedic ending, but I could see how this could go dark really quick just because of like, obviously they're criminals or they escaped from jail. So you could see that how this could have a potential to go dark, but I know that it's a lighthearted comedy. So hopefully it ends lighthearted. Hopefully there's no dark ending, but I don't know. I just wanted to point that out.
The 3 angels. It was on the first Christmas tree I ever had it.
Your angels didn't stand the trip very well. Their wings are a little damaged.
Oh, the 3 angels. I get it. Oh, I love it.
Their wings are perfect and their feathers are snowy white. And they came down from the stars, even if it seemed like only the roof.
Oh, she's talking about them. There's something really sweet about that too. Like, don't judge a book by its cover type message there, you know?
Turkey du cocktail, sauce Isabelle, garni à la guillotine.
À la guillotine.
Look!
Beautiful tree.
Why, it's grown.
And they have a Christmas tree. How are they able to get that?
All the stars shone heaven.
And they sing too! This is so wholesome.
Convicts, what are you doing here on Christmas Eve?
We're the 3 wise men.
I see the Sherlock Holmes just coming off of him. I see it.
Cousin Henri.
Quite a welcome. 24 hours in port on an overheated ship.
Paul looks like a total douche. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm greeted by a reception committee from the penitentiary.
We work here.
But if you work here, then work. Get our luggage.
Well, excuse you, sir. Freaking ordering me around.
This guy's my meat.
Things are picking up all right.
I was getting bored myself, everybody being nice to everybody else. This is more like it.
Now they have a common enemy, you know?
Everything we need, even steamship tickets. What a Christmas present.
What a Christmas present. Specifically in the 50s, when they do these types of films that are set in 1910 but released in 1950, there's a fusion of the 50s garb or the 50s wardrobe that's kind of infused in the 1910s time period. There's something so unique about that. I really love that in costuming.
I'm so happy to see you again, Paul.
Good to see you, Isabel.
I intend to have certain things understood from the start. If Isabel is entertaining the idea of marrying Paul because of my money, she can get rid of her little scheme immediately.
She doesn't want your money, bro. She wants his love. I love how he accused her of marrying Paul for his money and then goes on to say that Paul's marrying the daughter of a wealthy man. So essentially he's marrying Paul off for the wealthy man's money. Like, the hypocrisy. I can't with this. Oh my God. He's a terrible character. What are you doing? Oh, he's gonna unlock it. Oh my God. Secret weapon. His magic touch.
This is nearly the end of December, and you haven't closed the books for November yet?
In November, we took in 32,815 francs. Thus far in December, we've taken in 33,824 francs.
Are you sure of the total for December?
Am I sure?
It's because he was messing with those books. He's like, I did the books. Of course I'm sure. Pulls out the receipts.
July. That's a bad month. Rain, you know.
Rain, you know.
But how much of that was credit? Oh, maybe I've misjudged you. I'll know tomorrow when we take inventory.
Tomorrow? We're not going to work on Christmas Day.
That way we won't be disturbed.
He is a Scrooge. Who makes someone work on Christmas Day? That's preposterous. I mean, unless you have to, you know, I get it. I'm making a joke. Oh, he's vile.
What do you want with my books?
We have all night to fix them up. Only one night to fix up the books of a company that was supposed to have 7 factories.
How many factories were there?
No factories, just stockholders.
He's like, I got you. I got this. Using his skills for good. Or is it? Just to fool, Andre at least.
But I'm an honest man.
All I'm going to do is make your books agree with your character. And soon you will have taken in 33,824 francs in December and 12 centimes.
I mean, if it's for a good cause. No, I'm just like, I don't even know at this point. Is it good? Is it bad? It's comedy.
Your books. I'd like to have a look at them before I go to sleep. These.
But I was just going to bring them up to date.
Did you just push me out of the way?
I'll take them just as they are, pure and innocent.
But I haven't added in today's receipts.
Well, that's true.
We'll do it tomorrow when I take inventory.
This is going to be a lot harder to fool him than we thought.
Well, I'm relieved. I was tempted, I admit it. I'm an honest man. That's my way. What else can I do?
I respect that. I respect that.
Well, there's still the girl and Paul, and we'll fix things up for her and then leave.
Dear Isabel, I need you. Signed Paul.
What if she knows his handwriting?
She doesn't, because they didn't have any communications.
I'm looking for Isabel. Paul's not here either.
They're well chaperoned. My friends are there.
But he's not the right man.
She's got to find that out for herself. He's no good, and I think he's no good. She'll find it out.
They're so trusting of these men. Wow. I kind of love it, though. The sort of, topsy-turviness of, putting so much trust in people who you wouldn't normally put your trust in, like strangers, if anything. I think that's hilarious.
Now we're together with...
Uncle Andre has plans for my future.
You can earn a living without his help.
I'm not much good at growing things.
You wouldn't have to be.
She's getting more seductive. Probably Albert's influence.
Bravo.
Oh.
Uncle Andre.
Go to your room at once. Now, here, take these with you and study them. I want to discuss them with you later.
Oh, but now he has the books.
If you think you're going to get him along with my fortune, you are sadly mistaken.
I don't want your fortune, Albert. Or Andre.
You make everything seem wicked because that's the way you are yourself.
There you go.
Your opinion of me has no cash value.
Oh, I want him to get what's coming to him so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this what you're looking for? I've cleaned it for you.
Now things are different.
No, not much, I'm afraid, because you see, I had to clean the bullets, too.
I'll have you all arrested.
For
a little
what?
late for
what
that.
What have we done? They're so unfazed by his threats. I love it.
Uncle Andre, I've been going over this. It's simply incredible.
I'll deal with you in the morning.
I don't think I want to take inventory with you.
Paul is like a little puppy. My God, following his uncle.
He's lived too long. That's his trouble. Get what's on my mind.
What's this? Something else stolen from stock, I suppose.
It's mine.
Don't tell me that.
You can have it. All yours, Andre.
What's inside it?
A snake.
Don't lie to me.
It's his personal property.
You're not going to steal this if I can help it.
Oh, man. He's signing his own death wish, though, at this point. It's like, it's your funeral, buddy. We told you. He told him what's in it.
Someone ought to rush in and warn him. I'll run and tell him.
He's definitely running quick. Another thing that I really enjoy is that the humor is not trying to be funny. It's not trying to be slapstick. It's not trying to be goofy. It's just there. And it's just being created by the chemistry and the interactions between the actors. And I think that that's what makes it so much more enjoyable and so much more fun. These are the type of comedies that I love to watch.
You didn't tell him.
He knows already.
Oh no. What does that mean? Oh no.
Here we are with a dead body lying about, and we can't get anybody to find it. No, not to leave Adolf behind. He's dangerous.
What are you doing? Not the fine china. Oh, jeez.
Well, what are you men doing?
Don't you think you better get on with your housework? Thought maybe you'd like to start tidying up a little early. Maybe Cousin Andre's room?
That can wait a while.
Oh my God, nobody wants to touch Andre with a 10-foot pole.
I know you won't believe this, but I was thinking of different ways to kill Andre Trochard.
No. No way.
I know it sounds ridiculous.
Yes, and no.
Wishful thinking.
Well, while you're wishing, don't give up hope.
He's like, you don't know the half of it, lady.
You're the one to wake your uncle.
Heavens, isn't Uncle awake yet? Strange. He wanted to get up early this morning.
I knocked at the door as he instructed, but I didn't like to go in because...
But what if the snake is in there?
My uncle's dead.
What?
What? She's like, I just wished it last night.
You mean dear Cousin Andre is no longer among us?
I love how nobody was like, oh dear God. Like everyone was just like, oh, he's dead. Like a minor inconvenience, you know? That's hilarious. Is he like, he's like pretending to cry? Trying to like see what it would look like? Laughing?
droopy look of yours is very effective. It'll look wonderful at the graveside.
What are you doing with my uncle's briefcase?
We thought you might like to look through his papers.
I thought there might be a will in here or something.
Get out of here.
See how upset I am about my poor uncle's death?
Clearly, as you were laughing at yourself in the mirror. No. He just burnt the will.
Felix, I have the most terrible news for you. Andre's dead.
Dead?
It's true, he died in his sleep.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
It's true that I never liked my cousin, only because he was not likable. He had a number of good points, I'm sure. I just can't think of any.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I love that it's like clean of the family's hands. Like nobody, it was just the uncle's stubbornness. Had nothing to do with anything. Nobody committed anything.
Where is everybody?
Found my will.
He burned your will. Vicious, vicious boy.
Where's Felix? I want to talk to him.
About the will, maybe?
My uncle left no will.
He's a snake just like his frickin' uncle.
So, as his nearest relative, I'll inherit everything.
Uh-huh. So now we know what you do.
I have nothing against Felix. He can stay on here, providing, of course, the inventory is all correct. If not, out he goes.
The three of them are looking at him like you are just like your uncle.
You may know anything about snakes on this island. Just been bitten by a snake.
Isn't that peculiar?
I gather it isn't very dangerous.
Oh, don't worry about a thing.
Silliest thing, he was in my uncle's pocket.
Oh, you're in for it, buddy.
I'm a little dizzy.
Oh, no.
Sit down.
Oh.
Now, where do we want him?
Well, this place is getting filled up. The summer house. He looked very picturesque in the summer house.
Go get 8 out.
Yes.
Gotta get rid of 2 monsters now.
How can we tell her?
I kept my promise. I said a prayer for all of you and Cousin Andre, too.
Well, that's good, because he's dead.
Just rip the Band-Aid right off, why don't you?
Well, I'd better change my dress before I talk to Paula. I wouldn't want him to think I'm not sympathetic.
As long as she's happy.
Never mind. One day a nice young man will come along just right for her.
Oh, and it's, the handsome sailor man, or officer.
Made to order.
Predestiny, that's what it is.
No, it's that fella from the boat.
Oh, that was a good one. It's a fella from the boat.
I'm a doctor. I'm told that the Board of Health has been a death here.
Are you married?
No.
Perfect. He's perfect.
I don't see what this has to do with someone dying here.
Oh, there's no hurry. Your clients will stay put.
Oh, and now they're like matchmakers. Oh, I love it.
Well, what do you say, Albert?
It's all right with me.
It's all right with me, like his blessing.
I can't find Paul. He's not in his room.
Oh, well, he was in the garden.
I have a feeling he may still be there.
Who's that young lady?
She lives here. Nice, isn't she?
I love how they're all looking at him. Like, go ahead, go.
Will she be back soon?
As soon as she finds her happiness. Found it.
Now go run to her. Oh, she fainted, of course. Did I expect anything less?
Her room's up those stairs, but mind her head on the banisters.
He's like, wow, you guys are really helpful right now. Oh, wow. What a Christmas miracle. How adorable. Oh, and they're in their nice, fine suits now. Still trying to get away from the police.
You look different.
We are different.
You're leaving?
Our work is finished.
You fixed the roof?
We fixed everything.
And now we must be on our way, and thank you for your hospitality.
Oh my god, this was so good. The way that they helped the family, too, is just so unconventional, but it worked. I think it was so great. Now the only thing is I hope that they can get away.
A kind of miracle, almost as though it had been arranged.
Even the girl called us her angels.
Well, we're no angels.
He said it! He said it!
I think they'd be glad to see us back at prison.
What do you say? Prison wasn't so bad. Let's all go back.
Let's all go back.
Well, things don't work out right. Do it all over again next year.
Oh, and they end up going back like the good criminals they are. Look at their halos. That was such a fantastic movie. I honestly didn't know what to expect going in. It was really wholesome and sweet and very comedic. Obviously, there were some dark tones of like death and, you know, that kind of stuff. And obviously, they were convicts trying to escape, but they end up kind of finding this family to kind of take care of and help, you know? I think that this story also really does convey the message of don't judge a book by its cover. And if you really think about what was going on in the 1950s, there was a lot of thoughts about a different way of life and challenging the norm, especially in cinema. So to kind of see that played out here a little bit, you really see just a little bit of where the mindset was of, you know, the audiences in the 1950s. They were looking for something a little different. And this was definitely something different. You know, it was, you don't necessarily look at these men and think that they're just criminals. Like, they're people and they have hearts and, you know, they want to help, you know. So I think that was really wholesome. I also love that this was not a traditional Christmas story, because I feel like sometimes with Christmas films, it gets a little too Christmassy and it's like over the top with like the themes. But this was really like a great kind of low-key Christmas film where you still got that, you know, Christmas miracle and that togetherness of family, but in the most unconventional way. I think this is a great Christmas film for people who love comedy and who also don't like the over-the-top like Christmas themes. I think it was fantastic. I loved seeing Humphrey Bogart in this more comedic role. It is again just a testament to his acting range. He can do the comedy, and he wasn't slapsticky, he wasn't goofy, he was just acting his character, and I think that he did a phenomenal job. I also loved Peter Ustinov and Aldo Ray. I think that their chemistry, not only within the threesome, but then also with the other actors, the other characters, was just, it brought this entire story together. I loved it. And then knowing that Michael Curtiz was the director of Casablanca, you're like, whoa, that's such like a 360. So like I said in my intro, everything was just so different, you know, and it worked. In my opinion, I think it worked. I would definitely recommend it to any of you who haven't seen it or are watching it now. For those of you who love Christmas but don't love the, you know, crazy Christmas themes. But yeah, that was fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for recommending it, and thank you so much for watching it with me. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. If you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to become an official MWMer, then please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to stay in the loop. If you would like to see this film's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon, available to our Golden Oscar patrons. Patreon is also where I hold my bi-weekly MWM live watch parties, where every other Saturday night at 5 p.m. Arizona time, which is in line with Mountain Standard Time, we come together and we watch one classic film live via Zoom. If that sounds like something of interest to you, then please check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. In the next video, we are continuing our MWM Christmas series by watching the film It Happened on Fifth Avenue. If you have not seen It Happened on Fifth Avenue, then please check it out in its entirety before watching the reaction. And I have provided a link of where I bought my physical copy, as well as where you can stream it online. If you have a recommendation for any classic Hollywood films, then please reach out to me on social media, on Facebook and Twitter or X @MoviesWithMia, and on Instagram and TikTok @MoviesWithMia_. If social media is not your jam, fear not, I do have an email. My email is miawilliams642@gmail.com. And while you're online, why not check out my LetterBoxd account, where I document all of the movies and TV shows we have seen on the channel, and it is under the handle @MammaMiaTiffany. And with that, that is the end of the video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe and healthy this holiday season, and I'll see you, boo, in the next video. Bye, everyone. Okay, we are starting. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, light, don't fail me now. It doesn't help that I'm wearing white, literally illuminating the entire screen. Like it's just a face and then white. All right, everyone. Director Michael Curtiz and Humphrey Bogart had successfully collaborated, written by Samuel and Bella Spewick, which is actually based on a French play titled La Cuisine des Anges by Albert Housson. Albert Housson. This is so hard. Now, once the concept was decided, a screenplay was completed by Randall MacDougall, which is a great name. Randall MacDougall. Peter Ustinov, who had just completed My Egyptian and was very eager. There's an R there. Finally, We're No Angels was remade in oh my god, this is bad. I don't know what I'm doing. I can find something good in this, though. I can make it into magic. Okay. I should do this, at one point, I should do this entire intro and outro in a transatlantic accent. Like, perfect it, and then just do it. But I'm not going to tell you guys when I do it. I'm just going to do it. And you're going to be like, why is she talking like that? But then you're going to understand why, right? Because it's a classic movie channel. Why wouldn't I do it in a transatlantic accent, right? That was really quick. I feel like I missed something. Oh well. I think I did pretty good. Okay, guys.